You are listening to The Theatre Show with Alissa Finn, introducing Mongolian actress and producer Bela, currently filming the role of Solongo in the Amazon original series The Power, and one of the producers for the highly anticipated production of Mongol Khan, premiering at the London Coliseum on the 17th of November, playing till the 3rd of December. Bela, thank you so much for coming on Hoxton Radio today.
Thank you so much for inviting.
But of course. So tell me about this spectacular production, Mongol Khan. What is it about?
It is a true spectacle, you could say. I mean, it's really difficult to explain what it is exactly because it's a combination of so many different arts, the best of Mongolia, which can offer in the world as well. Because, which is quite funny because some press says that it's a musical, some press says that, oh, it's quite operatic, and some even says that it's a dance drama.
Yes.
So all of them true because Mongol Khan is a collection of these like artistic elements. We have a great ensemble of dancers, which is like more than 70 dancers, expressing the feelings of each characters and stuff like that on stage. And then also we have contortionists, we have puppet, which is made by Oliver Award-winning puppet master Nick Barnes, who also made the tiger puppet of Life of Pi as well.
Oh, wow.
And we have stunts as well, like all these like Mongol warriors coming on stage and then fighting in 2000 years ago, setting in Hunnu Empire. So it's actually quite culturally really rich show. But it's not only about entertainment, it's very Shakespearean. Lots of people say that it's really Mongolian Shakespeare because the theme and topic, it's about greed, betrayal, this like power struggle. It's about love, like anything that everyone like wants to see from a drama.
Right. Oh my goodness. Well, that was one of the questions that I was going to ask you, because I was reading that there's music, there's dancing, there's acrobatics, but then it's a tragedy. So I was like, is it a play? Is it a musical? And
yeah.
No, I think you're correct.
That's why we call it the Mongol drama.
Yeah, but it's a spectacular.
Yes.
Can we just say that that's what it is?
Of course.
It's a spectacular performance.
Yes, you can say that.
So I'm curious as to why you, as an actress yourself, why you decided to be a producer on this production.
I would say it was just a fate.
Oh,
I was never involved in theater before in my life, but I always enjoyed, watching great performances in theater. That's like my favorite thing to do during my free time. And I went to Mongolia a year and a half ago and then watched this, amazing performance. And I thought, oh man, this is so great. And then we should really bring it to Western countries. And then I bumped with the director in the backstage accidentally. And then we started talking about like, hey, you should really, bring it to the West End and stuff like that. And then that's how we started doing research and how, just like any other production, we started working on it. And it just got better and better. And then now here we are, all of us.
Interesting. So this production also, it actually first played in Mongolia.
Yes, that's correct. It's played in Mongolia 200 times in a row. And then actually it was the most best sold show ever in Mongolian theater history because maximum number of amount of run in Mongolian theater was like somewhere around 50, but like 200 times is like literally like the whole year.
Right. I mean, spectacular for a spectacular production, I guess you could say. Now, this show is also based on the play The State and the Seal. What is that play about? Just so we could give our listeners some more context about what they would walk into if they were to see Mongol Khan.
Yes, so The State Without a Seal is written by a really famous Mongolian Shakespearean writer called Paul Lauksurin. Unfortunately, he died in 2019, and then our director was a best friend with him, kind of like a bro, right? And then after his death, he wanted to pay a tribute, so he took this project that they were discussing for a really long time, and then during COVID pandemic, they kind of started developing it. And right after the pandemic, they opened in Mongolia. So the play has been running in Mongolia like 2 or 3 times in the history. National State Drama Theatre put this play like twice by 2 different directors. And it is about the philosophy of what it takes to be a great leader of an empire. So which is very relevant to everyone, even today. It's very political, but it's about a statement like which kind of sacrifices one has to make in order to be a true king and true leader. And then not everyone who is on the throne is considered to be, the leader who wins the heart of the people.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a lot of like philosophy and Asian philosophy elements. So basically the setting is set up in 2000 years ago in Central Asia, which is around Hunnu Empire. And the king has 2 wives, and suddenly 2 wives both give birth to a son. But king is so confused because he was not intimate with the old queen for a long time, and then he was suspicious, so he wanted to throne the young consort's son, who he believes that it was his true legitimate son, to the throne. And the chaos started, and then some plot to switch the baby happened, and then afterwards, come and see it.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I want to know what happens. Oh, this is thrilling. And I think, especially the way that you were talking about the production earlier with music and dance, I mean, especially with such a rich storyline that I'm already, I have to know how this story unravels. How do you find the balance between, in the production of Mongol Khan, of dancing and music and acrobatics when you have such a rich storyline?
Yes, so our director Hiro Butler specifically wanted to use those artistic elements to explain what is happening inside of each character's mind. So it's kind of like an alter ego, right?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily realistic people out there.
Heightened,
it's about heightened, like their feelings and then their fears, their emotions, their passion and everything. So those feelings are expressed by this amazing ensemble of dancers, contortionists, acrobatics. So it's very rich to see.
Wow. And now I also read that there is a battle.
Yes.
At the end of the production.
You're about to ask the whole plot from me.
I know. I don't want you to tell me what happens during the battle, who wins, what causes it. But I'm just more sort of thinking about the technical aspect of this. I mean, how do you stage a battle with 70 actors? I mean, yes, the London Coliseum is the biggest theater in the West End, but a theater can only do so many things. To have an entire battle, I mean, how can you paint the picture for me?
I'm always like, ever since I got involved into theater, I'm always amazed by it. Okay. Everything is possible. Not only the battle, you can literally build a city or whatever. And technology and the technical aspects which allows, certain things to make it possible is so great.
Right.
So,
are there live animals as well, or puppets? Just puppets.
We have puppets. We don't have live animals. But I would say it's a pure choreography and stand direction, well planned, and then also this like art of using light in certain ways.
Right, of course.
And some acrobatics. Exactly. Just giving this mood, that you are in this Hunnu Empire battle.
Oh, gosh, I love it. Stay tuned, listeners, for more of a chat about Mongol Khan playing at the London Coliseum from the 17th of November through till the 3rd of December after this. You are listening to The Theatre Show with Alissa Finn in conversation with Bela, one of the producers for Mongol Khan, playing at the London Coliseum from the 17th of November through till the 3rd of December. Now, we were just chatting about how spectacular this production is. 70 actors, full orchestra, brought from Mongolia. How did you do it? How do you bring such a massive show over to the West End?
It was a film by itself. It was a drama. We always call it drama within the drama.
Of course, showbiz, baby.
Yeah, it's logistically it's very challenging, of course. Even starting from getting a visa for like 100 people who's so far away and stuff like that. But I would say, like, once you have a dream and then hundreds of people are working towards that dream, everything just becomes possible. Of course, there are a lot of challenges and setbacks and then, crazy things which we don't anticipate, but we're always moving forward. So it's actually really exciting because actually in 2 days, our whole company is arriving to London. And I'm very excited because, it's just so many Mongolians that probably London has never seen before. And then people might think, oh, what's happening?
Wait, this also means, so all of the cast is coming in the next 2 days, that you just said, right?
That's correct.
So that also means that you only have a week to put this show on in the West End.
Less than a week. We're getting into the theatre and start prepping.
Oh my goodness!
You are giving me anxiety now.
I know I should. No, I shouldn't. I mean, this kind of thing happens all the time. This is just showbiz. This is what you do.
And very excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's wildly exciting, and it's already been a very successful production. And I mean, I've seen posters for Mongol Khan for the past couple months, throughout the tube stations, and I've honestly, just on a personal level, I've just been really intrigued by the production and what it has to offer. What would you say is one of the main reasons why people should come and see Mongol Khan?
It's very unique. Mm-hmm. I don't think people in London has seen things like this before. It's not only pure entertainment. It's entertainment, but also it's kind of like a time traveling, right? It gives you this opportunity to travel to 2,000 years ago in Central Asia, which we are very surprised how culturally, artistically it was rich. Because all of our costumes and weapons and accessories were made based on real archaeological findings that we found from multiple countries around Central Asia, like Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Inner Mongolia, China, and Kyrgyzstan and stuff like that. And this era, 2,000 years ago, around this Hunnu Empire, which kind of costumes and things that people used to wear is absolutely mind-blowing. Everything's so golden, the art is another level. I was like, what happened, after that? What's wrong with that?
Now?
Yeah, what are we wearing now? It's just so spectacular itself. So it gives this opportunity, a clear idea, how could it have been look like, actually?
Wow. And also, I'm intrigued by the music element as well. I mean, is it in Mongolian? Are songs sung in English? Can you describe the music a bit?
It is all Mongolian, and we used lots of different traditional tribal elements and instruments in our music when we compose it. And we have 2 Mongolian composers, young composers, who composed everything, basically. And majority of the music instrument, we used horse fiddle, which is very traditional Mongolian thing. And then the reason why it's called horse fiddle is it's kind of like a very long violin, but the string is made of horse tail. So it creates different type of sound. And then the head is like a head of horse. So basically for Mongolia, the spiritual animal is horse. So everyone truly respect the horses. So in ancient times, when your beloved horse dies, then you kind of cut their hair and then make this instrument and then put this carve nice horse head, so you feel like you're always carrying your horse with yourself. And then also we used lots of throat singing, which is very unique.
Of course, Mongolian throat singing.
Yes, Mongolian throat singing.
Yes, I've heard it before.
Yeah. And then also we used long song, Longsong is very Mongolian thing, especially came from Gobi Desert area. So when you actually go to the Gobi Desert, it's endless, right? You feel like you are on Mars and then the world is endless. So Longsong from that region gives you this feeling of endlessness. So one word itself, they can sing maybe 30 seconds, only one word. But you can't really
But it changes note?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It changes the note, it changes the word, but it's so long. But it's kind of like enchanting harmony. You kind of get lost in within.
I'm so intrigued. I know, seriously. Well, I don't think I've ever seen anything like what you're describing before.
Well, you are seeing soon.
I am. No, I am going to see it, but yeah, I'm just quite excited, and I'm also intrigued to hear about the director, Hiro Batar, because he's quite a prolific director and artistic presence within Mongolia. How has been his experience in bringing this show to the West End?
This is his Western debut. But Hiro has very interesting creative background, which I truly adore. He's basically a painter, and then he was an animator when he started his creative journey, and then he used to work in the television and then draw animations. Many years ago, around 20 years ago. Then he got into television, and then he started doing music videos and commercials, and then he created one of the biggest Mongolian entertainment corporation, which is concentrated on like TV contents, right? And this is his also very first theater production as well, not only in West End, also in Mongolia. And then now he is developing an opera, Mongolian opera, which I'm like, wow, this is so crazy. But I think people will really enjoy the play. That's what I truly believe in. And I think some director has this very unique talent of shifting to different form of art. And because he's a painter, I think it really helps for him creatively visualize in terms of like,
Pictures. Making pictures and scenes within. No, that makes sense.
And then gives really good references when it comes to art direction.
Right. Oh gosh. Well, Bella, I'm so excited to see Mongol Khan at the London Coliseum, playing from the 17th of November through the 3rd of December. Thank you so much for coming on Hoxton Radio today.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
But of course. And you can get your tickets for Mongol Khan at themongolkhan.com and give them a follow on Instagram at themongolkhan. You have been listening to The Theatre Show with Alissa Finn in conversation with Bela, one of the producers from Mongol Khan.